everybody? I want to do a review of Angels and AIrwaves' new album, Dreamwalker, which actually just came out yesterday. So this was a band that was supposed to revolutionize rock and roll. I remember Tom Delonge saying, "We don't need to whisper" was going to hopefully revolutionize, music. And of course it fell short. But I've always been a fan of Angels and AIrwaves. I've always heard a couple of their songs here and there, and I've been a fan of what I've heard, and it was definitely different from a lot of Blink-182. Although if you listen to the last album, Neighbourhoods, it was kind of hard to tell whether some songs were Angels and AIrwaves and whether some songs were Blink. You could definitely see that a lot of Angels and AIrwaves influence was in Blink-182's last album. And Dreamwalker is a rather interesting album because I think in the past albums that Angels and AIrwaves have done, it's always been Tom who's been writing everything and basically having the last say. But this one, he's written it with Ilan Rubin, who I guess is from the band Lost Prophets, as well as he's done some work with Nine Inch Nails. And it feels like Tom's not the only one writing all these songs. You can definitely feel that there's a different kind of flavor to some of these songs. There are some throwbacks to some past Angels and AIrwaves albums as well as songs, but it just sounds like there's just a much more focus. They're sort of ditching a little bit of that space rock stuff, and they're just going for more heavier sounding songs. And this album actually goes along with the short film called Poet. Yeah, I guess it's picked up an award at some one of these film festivals. And the album opens up with the song Teenagers and Rituals, which actually starts with a piano intro, and I'm sort of like, this doesn't seem like Angels and AIrwaves. And then it sort of goes into the the synth and the space rock, and the drumming is really fantastic on this song, and it really just powers the whole song from start to finish. It's a great way to start the album. And then the second song, Wolfpack, which was one of the early songs released from the album, features a lot of heavy synths. It's got a lot of 1980s kind of pop feel to it. And at first I didn't mind the song, but then when you compare it to everything else on the album, I just didn't like the song as much. And then there's definitely a huge 80s influence with these pop synths. And that continues on to the next song, Kiss with a Spell. And it just sounds, Kiss with a Spell sounds like something Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins would write in Genesis. It's easily probably one of my least favorite songs off the album. And then you've got the next song, Disease, which continues that 80s influence. It's definitely probably one of the better vocal performances off the album. They have a sort of an 80s influence intro, and then it sort of ditches that 80s influence intro and just goes a little bit heavier. And the harmonies on the song are just absolutely great. I just wish there was more harmonizing on the album. This song is a great example of what could have been done to the rest of the songs, but unfortunately that wasn't done. The next song is Tunnels, which takes on more of a dark and sinister tone. It's probably one of my least favorite songs off the album. It just opens up with Tom's vocals, a bass line, a bass drum, and then some, it's got some light, subtle guitar work in there as well. It's definitely one of the more raw and stripped down songs, but I just thought that it's just not one of my favorite songs off the album. The next song, Paralyzed, was actually the first song to leak off the album, and it's definitely a hard rocking song. It actually sounds like something you may hear on Blink-182 or even Boxcar Racer. It's one of the best songs off the album, and I think it gave people an expectation of what the album would sound like. I don't think Paralyzed is necessarily the best example of what this album sounds like as a whole. Tremors is another great song off the album. The guitar riff is just so catchy and infectious, and the drumming is not overly technical or really complex, but it's just really solid, and it goes really well with the guitar, and that just keeps the song running from start to finish, and it's one of my favorite songs off the album. And it just shows that you don't need to be complicated or fancy to make a great song. And the song, I think one of the low points off the album for me was the song Mercenaries. Just I didn't feel anything from the song, but I think at the end of the album is redeemed with two other songs, which is Bullets in the Wind, which is probably one of my other favorite songs off the album. And then, strangely enough, they end the album on an acoustical note with the song Anomaly. And it's just a weird way to end the album. It surprised the hell out of me. It just basically sounds like Tom playing in his bedroom, when he's like a teenager trying to, pretend to be in a famous rock band. And it's actually a nice change of pace. It works surprisingly well. And maybe we'll see more of this stuff in future Angels and AIrwaves albums. But that does it for my review. I was, for the most part, pretty pleased with the album. I give this album a 3.5 out of 5. I'd love to know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. Take care.